Well, hello again, and thank you for watching the second in this series of videos I promised. It's taken me rather longer than I wanted to get to the second one, but here we go. Before I get into this and start talking about Title 24s, I wanted to touch on Rescheck and Comckeck reports. This doesn't necessarily, or specifically doesn't affect drafters and architects in California, but it does cross virtually the rest of the United States. Rescheck reports and Comckeck reports are instigated by the federal government. The software for doing them is actually free. You can download it from the federal government website, although you do need some type of qualification to be able to submit the reports. In virtually every other state in the United States, with the exception of California, Oregon, Washington and a few others, you can demonstrate energy compliance with either a Rescheck or a Comckeck report. The picture isn't quite as straightforward as that, because in most states you can demonstrate energy compliance in a different way, and in any event there's probably about a dozen different types of Rescheck and Comckeck report depending on which state you're in. Everyone has their own idea of what energy compliance looks like, and of course all the states are different, but I do have all the software for all the states that accept these reports. There are a few notable additions, California in particular. As we all know, California does Title 24s. Because the software is free, I can do these reports for a little less than I can do a Title 24. They take about the same length of time to do, but typically the fees are a little less, simply because I've no overhead, I have no software to buy. If anyone's watching this from outside of California, I don't doubt people will, you can check the website. It's tailoredenergyonline.net for the Rescheck and Comckecks, and as always the phone number is 888-310-0808. As for Title 24s, I wanted to touch on additions. I do a lot of additions. People send me additions every day too. I'm doing one right now. The figure of 500 square feet is important. If the addition is over 500 square feet, as you know, your client picks up the school fees assessment, and that adds to their cost considerably. And in the last, well, certainly since just before Christmas, I've had quite a few additions where the addition has been 510, 530, 550 square feet. And with just a little extra, not so much thought, but persuasion of the client, demonstrating how we can do this, you can, as a drafter and architect, can show you're thinking of your client, and you can save them a little money with the school fees. I'm not sure the state are going to thank me for saying this, but if you just get the diagram or the drawing under 500 square feet, you're going to save your client money, and they're going to think more of you. As a for instance, a 500 square foot or a 550 square foot addition on the back of the building, typically it's going to be a bedroom or a new master suite or something like that. If on that master suite you incorporate a covered patio or some such similar area, just a setting with the door and the patio or a patio door, leave the roof on. That external area you can put a chair and a table out there and make it nice to go outside in the morning, get a breath of fresh air. But if it gets you down to 495 square feet, that's got to be good. It will save your client money. And similarly, garage conversions are also right around that 500 square foot figure, and if you leave part of the converted garage as an unconditioned storage area or maybe an unconditioned laundry area, similarly you'll get that figure down below the 500 square feet and your client will appreciate it. The last thing I wanted to mention today is, well, as many of the regular clients will know, I'm actively promoting the concept of leaving a card on file here at the office, and at the end of the month I charge your card with whatever the account stands at for the jobs you've done over the month. As you know, I've committed to reducing Irene's workload. She works very hard for me for absolutely nothing at all, and that in itself is not right, and if for no other reason, I want to reduce her workload. It's simply not fair. So I'm offering to all regular clients, if you leave a credit card on file here at the office, I'll charge your card at the end of the month with the jobs you've done in the month. So say you pass me a job today, I'll wait until the end of February before I charge your account, and as a thank you and to help with the credit crunch and to reduce your costs, I'll reduce the fees, all the fees, by 10%. So a residential project just be $90, and well, the commercial jobs vary a lot, of course, but you could make a considerable saving on a residential job, a commercial job, should I say, for saving 10%. I actively encourage you to take up this offer. I really want you to do it. If for no other reason, I want you to save money, and I want Irene's workload to be reduced. You know my phone number, 888 310 0808.